This video is published by MBKP International, LLC. In this video I'm going to show you how to change the blade on our perfect RT25 rotary paper trimmer. This would also be the exact same process for our perfect RT40 rotary paper trimmer. Okay, let's move this out of the way for now. Okay, and you're going to want to rotate this cutting head around. So what you do is you kind of grab onto the bottom of the cutting head here, hold this down here. You kind of slightly pull up enough to where you can rotate this around, because there's a rubber wheel that's riding on this plastic part here. So you got to pull it up slightly, then rotate it around. Okay, I'll hold it down with this hand, and I'll pull up on the head with this hand, and then as I pull up, I'm going to rotate it around, just like so. You can see that rubber wheel right there. It rides on this, and this blade, the back edge of this blade, rides against the back of this metal strip here. Okay. Once you get that rotated around, you will need a small flat screwdriver. There's a little screw there that you'll have to loosen, and you just need to go about 3 or 4 turns on it. Maybe 5 at most, but I did 4. And then once you do that, you just pull this pin out. Let's see if I can get it. I'll have to use a pair of pliers to grab it there. Okay. And as you can see here, there's a spring there, a washer, and then the head that holds the blade. So you just got to remember the order that goes in when you put it back together. I'll take the spring and washer out right now, just like so. And just be careful. This is a blade and it is very sharp, so just be careful when you're messing with it. And go ahead and try to pull this the rest of the way out. There's a little more to go. Okay. I'll take this all the way out, and this is the head that holds the blade. Okay, it's got this right here for it fits. If you notice on the end of your paper trimmer, you'll notice a cutout there, and that's where that goes into to hold it for you. So just flip it upside down and let it fall down into that hole. Okay, and then on your bottom of your paper trimmer, you'll notice there is a tool on there, and you just remove it by removing that screw. I'm going to leave that there for now to make this video shorter. I've already taken a tool off another trimmer, but it has these 2 posts here, and they just fit right down into those 2 holes. And you're basically going to turn it counterclockwise to loosen it. So it also shows that on this little image here. But just hold the trimmer down and just turn it counterclockwise. Again, be careful. This is a blade and it is very sharp, so you don't want to cut yourself on it. So just be careful. And once you get it kind of loose, you can just finish it off with your hands, your fingers. And then the blade, as long as you touch it lightly, it's not going to cut you. And it just pulls straight out. You get your new blade and you put it back in. If you notice on the back side, it's flat there. On this side, it's sharpened. That's the sharpened side. The sharpened side, where it's at an angle, and you can kind of see it's got more of an edge to it there. It goes down at an angle. That goes down as you're putting it back in. And then you'll put this back on. And just tighten it back up. Okay, and just remove it from this. Now we're just going to put it right back in. The rubber part's going to go up against the back part of this, so you can see the rubber there. And this rubber is just going to ride on this plastic strip here when you put it back on there. So be careful this plastic strip don't get pushed back like that. Keep it in there just like it is there. And just put that in first, and you're going to want to slide this in. If you notice, there's a little hole at the end of it, and that's where that screw kind of went in there to hold everything into place. You just got to basically feed this through. If I got it, let me see it there. There we go. I'm going to back it up a little bit though. Put it through too far. I still got to get the spring on. And the washer. So I'll go ahead and put the washer on next, and I'll just have it just keep the post fed through just a little bit, just to hold it. But you still gotta get that spring in, so kind of just feed the spring in there and just kind of push it in there. It's pretty easy to do. Just like so. Then just try to line it up. Line the spring could get in your way there. You gotta get it just right to go back into that hole. There we go. And if you notice, I'm gonna pull it back out because I don't know if I showed you there at the end, but there's that hole there. See that little hole? It's right there. You gotta make sure it's straight on top, because when it gets pushed once it's pushed all the way in, the screw will go down in there and will go down into that hole and hold everything into place. So just make sure that's on top as you do the final inserting of it. And then once you do that, once it's all the way in, you can just screw this thing down. And that's pretty much it, other than putting the head back into place. Okay. Again, you're going to have to pull up on it and rotate it. I kind of just hold my thumbs down on this to hold this into place. And at the same time, can I put my fingers on this and pull up? Actually, I just do it on one side and then rotate it into place. You gotta make sure you don't go too far. I actually went too far there. But the rubber's gonna be riding on this, and the blade itself is gonna be, see, exposed completely to the back. It just runs against the outside edge of this metal strip here. So that's how it's gonna look when it's properly in place. The blade's just resting up against this metal strip. And the rubber, if you look under there, it's probably hard to see in this video, but the rubber piece of this it's just riding on this, on the edge of this. It just rides on it. And once you get in place, you'll feel it. It just goes nice and smooth back and forth. But that's pretty much it. I hope this video has been helpful.